Stephen Shields Radio Show.
Everyone, and how are we? And welcome to the Stephen Shields Radio Show. Now, all the way in Sydney, Australia, I'm broadcasting to you on social audio at the moment. Yeah, which is great, you know. It's been wonderful to be here on social audio. You know that. And I think too that what recently came up this week was this council bin tax. Now, just think about that for a second. This council bin tax, where, you know, they decided to try and tax people, okay, over their bins. Let me ask you a question about the council right now, okay? What on earth gives the council a right to do this? Tax people over garbage collection. Bin tax is going up 40%. Basically, it went up 40% in 2019, 2020. Solid waste levy tax, it is. You know, so why is the council getting away with ripping people off? Okay. Basically, this is what's going on in Melbourne. They're planning for a new waste tax removal charge on their taxes. Basically, the council is just getting fussy about collecting bins and taxing people. Okay? Yarra Council in Melbourne is doing this. Now, let me ask you Australians out there this question is, how do you feel about all these new taxes coming involved? Bin tax here, bin tax there, this tax, that tax. Ah, fucking hell. Oh my god. Shit. It really just comes down to a fucking disaster. You know, just put it this way. You guys pay your rates out there, okay? You guys pay your rates. You work hard. You pay taxes, okay? And the council's not fixing up their potholes. That these potholes are dangerous, okay? And then you think, well, why? How come that Australian pothole hell is what we've gone through since La Nina hit in the floods? Now that's a strange coincidence, isn't it? When La Nina decided to piss down rain, and you know, I just think, oh my god, why did that happen? How did that happen? Who was the one that decided to get so lazy on people people's cars and shocks to these cars. Okay. People got to pay. That people have to pay hard-earned money. All right. And all that savings, these repairs add up. And then it's like, well, council's doing jack shit. And if they were going to repair these potholes on the road, what they were going to do is just put your rates up to the point where it's going to make life difficult for you. Now think of it that way. The Yarra Council, okay, let's talk about the Yarra Council for a sec. And all this bin taxes out there. It's like council is just getting fussy about their bins with the Yarra Council, bin taxing people in Melbourne. What else does Melbourne have to go through in order to be taxed? How much taxes are out there in the Australian economy? Now think about that. How much taxes are out there in the Australian economy right now? To the point where it virtually sends people broke. Hard-working Australian people are taxed to the point where it's just milking them out of money. I mean, that's not fair. No, that to me is just that's evil. That's like where have we become as a society now? You know, in order to live like this. So as I sit here now, broadcasting to you across the world, wherever you live, you probably can relate to this about all these taxes out there. This tax, that tax. Why is this tax like that tax? This bullshit tax, that bullshit tax. Shit. You know. Now, isn't that stupid? That's just stupid. All right. I'd like to know the reason why that the government want to get so greedy, and dip their hands into your pockets. All right. Make it hard for you to earn your day's living after you've paid your bills, you've paid your utilities, and they just want more tax money, the council does, and the government. They want more of your rates. They're not fixing up our potholes on the road. They keep putting the rates up, and that's what I don't get. I don't get it. You know, that's the thing. I don't get it at all. But you got to understand where Australia is already. Have people lost faith in the Australian Liberal Party of Dominic Perrottet? Why the Labor Party as well? Albo is decided to piss off to India, and you got to understand. Well, where is he? Why isn't he doing his job here? Yet he's going. He's got enough time to go watch the cricket in India. He could go and sit on his big plasma TV and watch the cricket on Fox on high definition surround sound. Why does he have to go to India? This is your taxpayers' money funding this, guys. Think about that. I just think that since Labor was voted in, it's gotten to the point where people are fed up with their rise of cost of living crisis going up. Reserve banks are charging triple the interest rate of what a middle class family can afford just to own their own home. And you wonder, well, why are people struggling just to put food on the table? If someone has the answer for that, please do. And please speak up and stand up for your rights as well at the same time. I think that the more that we can solve these common questions, the better that this will be as well. Now you think about that for a sec. Your hard-earned money out there is being spent on silly, stupid, materialistic items that are making it difficult for the Western world to be able to put food on the table. It's like every time I go out to a restaurant now, I certainly am thankful and have gratitude that I'm able to have a meal. And I'd rather go and support small businesses instead of corporations. Now, think about that for a sec. I would rather go and support small businesses than corporations because I'd rather a small business to be turning over a profit than a huge mining corporation because a small business pays more tax than any corporation on this earth, okay? And that is unfair. That is very, very, very unfair as well. You know that? Very unfair. Who knows when change will come to play and how we Australians, this next state election, can decide our voices to speak up. Who do we want more in power? Do we want Dominic Perrottet, who's partnering with Matt Keane, having left greeny views, or the One Nation Party, which is willing to make Australia great again and make Australia the better place it once was, to overturn these stupid votes coming in from the Greens. Lydia Thorpe stirring up trouble in the Greens Party, getting sacked. Keep stirring up trouble, she'll run as an independent and go and stir up more trouble and drama. Who is the leaders to trust these days in the world of politics? Inflation is at an all-time high. Rental crisis is bad. People are willing to go and pay triple the amount of rent than it was originally 4 years ago. Why do people want to pay triple the amount of money? Why is it so, difficult to have a roof over your head now? It seems to me it's so competitive just to have a roof over your head, to practice your spirituality practice, and yet there's too much dictatorship around the councils as well, who are not doing their jobs, who want to take your hard-earned money to pay your rates, and it's like, where does it go? Where does it all go? You know, I think that we Australians, we have to speak up for these issues about potholes on the road. They've got to be fixed because they're dangerous. Since the floods happened, it really has damaged a lot of potholes out there. And I think that we need to find our voices to speak up, to spread the truth, for the world, I think. All right, the weather right now is 18.8 degrees Celsius. Feels like 15 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow is going to be a top of 35 degrees Celsius. 0 to 1 millimeter of rain. Partly cloudy today. 80% humidity right now. 0 millimeter rain since 9 a.m. Rain, 75% high chance of no rain. 50% medium chance of no rain. 25% low chance of less than 1 millimeter of rain. Mostly clear. Winds northeasterly 20 to 30 kilometers an hour, increasing to 30 to 40 kilometers an hour in the eastern suburbs near the coast, and decreasing to 15 to 20 kilometers an hour in the late evening. 6:53 a.m. sunrise today, 7:24 p.m. sunset. Warning, give us moon phase. Last quarter was the 15th of March. It's the new moon phase. Tomorrow, sunny, partly cloudy, a low of 15 degrees Celsius, top of 35 degrees Celsius. Monday, sunny with showers predicted, low of 18 degrees Celsius, top of 29 degrees Celsius. That's for Sunday. Monday, sunny with showers, low of 16 degrees Celsius, top of 25 degrees Celsius. Tuesday, sunny with showers, low of 15 degrees Celsius, top of 27 degrees Celsius. Wednesday, Sunny, partly cloudy, a low of 15 degrees Celsius, top of 31 degrees Celsius. Thursday, sunny, low of 15 degrees Celsius, top of 37 degrees Celsius. Shit, another hot one. And Friday, sunny, low of 20 degrees Celsius and a top of 39 degrees Celsius. Bit of a heat wave coming back in this early March. But at least it's pretty good because it's, for the last 2 years, my God, it was just pissing down rain every day. And it's like you just get fed up with the rain. Grass just grows too much. And basically, you just don't stop mowing the lawn out there since the grass just grows too much. It's bullshit. But that's been La Nina for us. But yeah, and who do we trust these days in world politics as well? Who do we trust these days? Okay. Rather than that, in the NRL, the Redcliffe Dolphins played very well against in round one, right? They, Redcliffe Dolphins. I think they have a lot of potential. Okay, the way the Redcliffe Dolphins played last Sunday against the Sydney Roosters, you know, this is a team that's been around for quite a long time. You know, you just looked at how they played, right? And their tactics that they used was amazing for a first game, I think. Wayne Bennett has taken on a huge responsibility of coaching the Redcliffe Dolphins. You know, I think that it should be an interesting season for the Redcliffe Dolphins. I mean, I'm a Bulldog supporter. I'll stay a Bulldog supporter. But it's just nice to see a new, well, rugby league team come into the competition that's finally not just a reserve grade squad. I think it would be great. I think the NRL needs more teams in different states of Australia to expand it. Even in New Zealand, we've got the New Zealand Warriors for years and years have been in New Zealand, which is nice. And they're a part of the rugby league as well. Uh, if South Australia was to start entering into rugby league, that would be amazing. Even if Tasmania decided to have a rugby league team, that'd be awesome. And Western and Perth and the Northern Territory too. It's good to see that there's more, more teams coming in as well. And I think that the competition needs more teams. And now, what's frustrated me the most about round one of the National Rugby League is this ruck bullshit rule, this six again rule about being inside the 10. So basically, the way I saw it in round one was if it was players inside the 10 meter, they restart the tackle count to zero, which is a bit stupid. Normally, if a player was offside, they would just kick it as a penalty in a touch and gain a few meters out of it. I think I don't know if the league is trying to do everything they can to speed it up as much as they want, and that's fair enough because I think there was for years players were delaying the time and delaying the clock as much as they could. Yeah, I like that strategy, just taking it nice and slow. Used to do that in the old days. But, you watched Melbourne versus Penrith Panthers. My God, Melbourne defended so much and they managed to win. It's crazy. The amount of defence Melbourne had to do to overcome Penrith in round one. Penrith beat the South Sydney Rabbitohs last night. It's round two as I'm recording this episode now. But it's just amazing what sport can do and can achieve, during the shit times. Also, too, we've got Bellator MMA coming up as well this weekend. If you're into martial arts, which I am, Nurmagomedov versus Henderson as the main event. And watch it on 10 Play in Australia, wherever your provider is. I think it's on Showtime. So Bellator is the step down from UFC, but in my opinion, I like Bellator better. I think that UFC has, honestly, with Dana White, has just become so greedy to the point where there are, class action. There's a class action lawsuit going on in the UFC with fighters being underpaid for years and years. You know that. I think that you got to look at it like this. I mean, sport these days, at the end of the day, this is the player's job to go out there and earn money and make their living and pay their taxes out of this. And I think The way I see it is, if you're not happy with the UFC, don't watch it. All right, watch another organization. There's plenty of MMA organizations out there to watch. Again, this comes down to the greed in the world. So it's not just a bin tax, there's greed in sport, there's greed in society, in business. So who knows what happens at the end of the day. But sooner or later, I think Dana White um, needs to own up to the media and to all the ex UFC fighters who have filed lawsuits against the UFC. Mark Hunt was a well-known fighter who sued the UFC for millions of dollars out there for compensation. People think that, yeah, being a rugby player, MMA fighter, wrestler, boxing, contact sports, sport in general is glamorous life. It's really not. It's a lot of pressure. This is how players make their living, I guess. And a lot of politics in sport as well. And the media that they got to put up with is just plain crazy. But I think now is the time that we, as sport fanatics, sport consumers out there, get to the bottom of the truth as well. You know that. And just forget about what the media is saying. The Daily Telegraph can talk all the shit they want about the NRL, which, half of these so-called journalists have never taken foot on a football field. And I'm thinking, how come? Why? That you want to talk shit about all the players in the NRL and you don't want to own up to your is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because where is journalism these days as well? Where is the decent journalism in sports and the way that people can start to think properly without some dickhead writing an article in the Daily Telegraph or any News Corp paper ripping on a cricketer. David Warner is one who cops it the worst in the media. Because what accident? We all make mistakes. This is going back years ago. This goes back to the South Africa tour in, it was 2018. And it was a couple of players. And you know what? Get over it. You know, as the Daily Telegraph, this is what pisses me off about them. Get his kids involved and stir up trouble and drama. You know, now you tell me. That's not journalism. That bullshit. That is crap going on. So I think there is a lot of mishandling of information to the point where we as society, we just, I mean, people are possibly like fed up with it for starters, like, you know, not understanding the truth out there. It's the same in politics as well. Because in politics, there's a lot of crap bullshit too. Politicians can twist the words around and can lie to the people and lie to the nation, you know, making promises that not delivering, like Albo has not delivered his promises. You know that. And I think now we have to realize about the issues going on, you know, of shadow banning, taking people's jobs away, stirring up trouble as well in the media and in the news. And so when you look at it like this, who do you trust? Can't trust any journalist who's going to talk shit or write shit. You know, and that's how I feel, as I definitely share my experiences with you right now. But it's like going back to this, you know, bin tax out there. Do people wonder why that the more that your council taxes you, the more you feel like you're just being robbed out of your pocket? Silly, isn't it? Now, that's something that needs to be addressed in Parliament. about why the councils have the right, they want to take people's money out of their pockets with their rates and not fix potholes and not do their jobs, the council. You know that. So that's what I do. And what I do now is I tell you the truth on this show, okay? I tell it as it is. You know, you just gotta fight for your rights if you've been cancelled out there. Because it's time for us to get our power back that we once had. Because your power is important than anything else in the world. I think also too you need that willpower for your destiny. Because we hear about Elon Musk firing a bunch of Twitter employees. Like I said before, I was very supportive for Elon Musk as an honor to, grow Twitter into a far better company than he originally purchased it for. And good on him for doing that. Guys, I'll leave it there. It's always wonderful to podcast here on the Stephen Shields radio show. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Turn on your notifications whenever you get a new episode. New episodes are available every Friday at 6 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. Bye for now.